How do you go about determining what you're worth? How do you know what you're worth?
So that's a great question. I think first you have to come to a point where you realize, like, what are your values, right? What do you value? And then find somebody that matches those values. Like if you value respect or honesty, right, which you should, then you know that if you respect yourself, you're honest with yourself, then that's what you're going to expect from others. So by worth, I mean like you need to treat yourself in such a way that everyone else has to like meet up to that standard for you to even entertain them in your life. So
But
that's
can those standards be overblown and overinflated?
help me understand, Chris.
So my question, so because we hear this a lot, like I know my worth, know your worth, girl. I'm worth X, Y, Z. But every time I hear somebody say like, "Oh, I know my worth," it comes back to superlatives like honesty and like, truthfulness and things like that. And when you talk about what men are buying, men aren't buying honesty. Like men aren't generally buying somebody that wants to challenge them or somebody to push them or somebody to tell them to. Because that's not what men find attractive in women. That's not what men are generally looking for, at least off rip when it comes to women. So what we're starting to see, and I hate to use this term, but I don't know if there's a replaced colloquialism, but we talk about this idea of hoflation is the thing, this term that's being coined in some of these circles recently, where they talk about this. Because of social media and because of the vast amount of attention that average looking women are getting on a daily basis, it rivals the type of attention that supermodels were getting in the 70s and the 80s and 90s. And so this knowing your worth is sort of, it's putting a $200,000 price tag on a Toyota Camry, a used Toyota Camry. I hate to use a car analogy, but it's just this idea that I think women are often confused and are selling what men aren't buying. They're selling what they want from men.
I don't agree.
Well, okay. Well, let me ask the ladies this question, because this kind of ties into what Moff just said. What do you think the top 3 things are that men want from women?
Respect is number one. Hands down, respect.
Okay.
A man needs respect.
What else?
Anyone else?
I'm just going to jot down all these words. So
I think that, okay, so I looked at it this way. A man is hardworking. He's a provider, whatnot. He wants to come home knowing that he's appreciated. Correct?
Yeah, ties into respect.
Well,
yeah.
I'll say number 2, sex.
Okay.
Respect, sex, and space.
Space. Okay, what else?
Peace.
Peace. Okay, what else?
Freedom.
Loyalty.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Are women loyal?
I can't answer for everybody.
Let me ask this question. Are dogs loyal?
Very.
Are women as loyal as dogs?
Depending.
It's like, are men loyal? It's like, who are we talking about specifically? It's like a very subjective, specifically.
Exactly.
I think Marianne wanted to say something.
Go ahead, Marianne.
Okay, so the three things that I would say that a man looks for is someone feminine, someone nice, and someone honest.
Nice and honest. Okay.
On a male perspective, is that true?
What
do you guys look for?
Yeah,
give us the Bible right now.
No, I'll come back to you in a second. I wanted to give Pat a chance to chime in because I didn't hear from her yet. What do you think the top 3 things are that men want from women?
I don't necessarily have 3, but sex and peace would be my
sex
top.
And peace. So we got respect, sex, space, peace, loyalty, feminine, nice, and honesty.
Freedom.
Freedom. Okay.
Rich, when I said loyalty, I meant like she'll have his back in front of like the world. Like it's basically us against the world. So that's what I meant by loyalty. Yeah. As far as like fidelity goes, that's kind of also a subjective thing. Like some men like women or are okay with women, I guess you call them beta males, right? That will be with other men and things.
Well, when men hear loyalty, they contemplate it from the angle of like the way a dog is loyal to its owner, right? I don't think that, I don't think humans are monogamous or particularly good at it to begin with, but loyalty, when guys think about it, it's like, if I take care of you, if I give you my attention and my resources, I expect exclusivity from you and to never wander. But I guess history for every man watching this right now has proven otherwise if they've been in a relationship with more than one chick. So I was going to go to this. So we got respect, sex, space, peace, loyalty, feminine women, nice, honesty. I didn't hear anybody say be useful to him in his life.
That would technically be peace, alleviating the.
Yeah.
No, peace is
Yeah.
just like letting him watch the
Not
football
being
game.
annoying.
That's the peace aspect of it.
So that's
not
for
me.
me,
No,
right?
no,
Like,
there's-
For me, if I was
That's-
trying to provide a man
that's just-
peace,
That's
I
not the
wouldn't
same as
want-
being useful in a man's life,
Let's
though.
not
right,
take the
but
words
I would
putting him down the toilet, because I feel like every answer that women are giving right now, you're like flushing it down the toilet and spitting it into something that it's completely not.
No, I understand
Like how
what
you
you
said earlier
feel
that
like,
my kid was a
but
bad
what
kid.
hear me. I understand what you feel like, but what I'm telling you is we haven't heard any of the ladies on the panel say be useful to his life, be a compliment to his life, add some value to him, right?
So helping
like-
a man
like
become
peaceful-
a better version of himself is not
Hear
adding
me.
value to his life.
I didn't hear anybody say that, but peaceful I can get by not having a woman in my life. I can have loads of peace by not having a woman in my life. I wouldn't
And we
expect a
can-
woman in my life to create complications in it. So peace I would expect to continue. But I didn't hear any of the ladies say I would want to be useful in his life and be helpful. You seem
The
to have a
difference
problem
is
with that, though.
the difference is one is passive and one is active. Being
Okay.
peaceful is a passive action. Like, there's not an action. Being peaceful is just existing. Taking
Thanks for
action
that.
to do something
it's
of
an
useful.
action, like
That's a little bit.
supporting,
That makes sense.
like making his life easier than him by himself, right? Whether that be cooking or cleaning or just being there to support and like
Folding his laundry, doing his laundry.
Sure, that's useful.
Yeah.
because thanks for saying that the way you did off about active versus passive. Because, like, to me, providing a man peace is letting him come home to a peaceful environment, but also, like, I guess, providing like tranquility and like organizing his life or decluttering stuff for him, or getting things in order.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.